Hi, Dawn Lewis here, and it's day 7 of this video series featuring Painted Rose by Concord and Ninth. And today I will also be using Lunar Animals by Mama Elephant, as well as the gorgeous and very useful Blah 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 by Honeybee Stamps. You can find all of these in Australia at dawnlewis.com.au. Now, this is a little different. You might be wondering, where is the rose? Why are there snakes on this card? And I will tell you why, because today we're mirror stamping with this little snake. This enormous rose is just fantastic for mirror stamping. So here's the deal. I'm going to find the center of my piece of cardstock. This is Express It Blending card, and put one of my snakes over onto the right. Now I'm just going to stamp this as I would normally stamp this cute little snake. It's looking towards the left, and I'm going to ink it up and double stamp with Memento Tuxedo black ink because I will be Copic coloring today. So I've stamped my little snake, and now I want to flip him. I want a mirror image. I want this reversed. So I'm going to pick him up and pop him down upside down. So the stamp, usually the bit with the snake on it would be down on the paper, but no. I've done it back to front. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm transferring my little snake onto the base of my Misty. Now, it didn't transfer super well, so I've just made a note of where he sits on the grid, and I'm just going to line him back up so it's in the right place. So both my snakes are looking at each other nice and happy. And I'm going to take the large layering piece, the layering rose, lay it over the top and pick that up on the lid of my stamping tool. So bear with me here. This is mirror stamping. It's similar to kiss stamping, okay, that we did in yesterday's video. So I'm going to ink up my little snake. I'm going to transfer that ink. You can see now the ink with the snake over there on the rose. This is mirror stamping. So currently I'm doing kiss stamping, and I'm going to do this 3 times to get as much ink over there as I can. So there we go. I can remove the snake from the Misty, put in my foam pad and the stamped piece, make sure the magnet's not in the way, and stamp him down. And now the ink transfers from the rose to the cardstock, and I have 2 snakes facing each other. It's like a magic trick. However, sometimes this doesn't work as perfectly as if you had 2 stamps facing each other. So I'm taking a Copic multi-liner. I think this is A.1, and tracing it off. So here is the mirror stamped on the left and the other one on the right. And yes, it's not absolutely perfect. I probably should have given that rose layering stamp a good scrub before I did this technique. I had been using it for an entire day. And I've added a little heart. These snakes are in love. I'm going to use Copic markers, and you can see all the colors I'm using over on the left-hand side of the screen. I've got some fairly simple coloring going on here, but I'm about to make an error. Well, my marker is about to make it a monumental error. It's going to glob. The marker's going to glob. Sometimes you get a marker that is super juicy, and you can see the nib gets really glossy, and that means it is about to blob. There is a really quick and simple way to stop it doing this, and that is just to remove the cap from the other end. It needs the air pressure inside the barrel to equalize, and so you can do that by just removing the cap on the chisel end. I'm blending everything out, and there's nothing complicated about this. I just put some little red tongues on our stamp. It's got to have a little red heart. I was going to have these snakes as a panel, but because one of my markers has globbed, I'm going to fussy cut them instead. Now it's time to get this background sorted. I've put adhesive on the front of my mini card base, and I'm going to layer that down on the back of some patterned paper. This is a really cool Kaisercraft pattern paper pad, and I'm also adding on a die cut that's in the back. Those paper pads sometimes have cool embellishments. Use them, definitely use them. They coordinate with the papers, and you should definitely use them. I've used a scalloped border, and I'm just trimming that down. I think it looks really cool. I'm going to use I'm Here For You, the sentiment from Blah Blah Blah. This is a fantastic set. It's very cool. It's very thinking of you, and you know, when things don't go right, this is the stamp set you need for the cards to let someone know that, hey, yeah, that sucks, but it's all right. I'm here for you. Everything's going to be okay. And I'm just going to stamp it straight down onto the pattern paper. I thought about matting it. Instead, I decided I would cut a 2-inch faux pierced circle, and I would use that as a base for my snake. So rather than having lots of mats all over the place, I decided stamping the sentiment directly onto the pattern paper was going to be the better idea. I'm going to use Tombow Mono adhesive to pop my snakes down into the circle. It fits them really nicely, and it also highlights them against the green that I've got in the background, as well as highlighting the cute little heart. It stands out really nicely on the white cardstock as well. So there you go, mirror stamping. You can do that with the Painted Rose stamp set, and that makes this set incredibly versatile. Now, I know it's day 7 of our 7-part series, but guess what? I accidentally filmed another video. Tomorrow, there's a bonus video, so do keep coming back to the blog. Check out my tips for getting great value and stretching your stamp sets even further. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a very crafty day, and I'll see you for the bonus tomorrow. Bye for now.